Hello, ladies and gentlemen! My name is Mengs.
I'm Mekwa.
And it's time to begin part 2! Are you hype, Mecha? Are you hype?
I'm very much hyped for the shortest part of the game. With, I think I call this the commercial break of Radiant Dawn, because it's right between two really important parts. It's just kind of like a side story. It's a good side story, don't get me wrong, but it is a side story.
It is a side story. So let us begin jumping into part 2, which is called Of Countries and Kings.
Of one country and a queen.
Worst title ever. Alright, I'm not narrating.
Dain has been reborn. Word of King Peleus's coronation reaches neighboring Crimea within days.
We got a shitty king.
Itself has spent the past 3 years rebuilding from the damage it suffered during the Mad King's War. News that Ashnard's son now sits on Dain's throne sends waves of unease and worry rippling across the land. Alas, this is not the only thing disturbing the people of Crimea during this time. There is an ever-widening gap emerging between Crimea's noble class and the nation's young ruler, Queen Alicia.
I'm a green unit.
I'm a good unit.
Alicia's bad.
Crimea lost its king during the Dain invasion, and Alicia is still an inexperienced ruler. What's more, her very existence was a secret from the public, and so she came unexpectedly to her succession. Many of Crimea's noble houses raised their voices in protest against her.
We're from the Ku Klux Klan.
Alicia's desire for a long-lasting peace has
come on, it doesn't look remotely like Salem.
With the Laguz nation of Gallia, and to renounce Crimea's claim to rule over a defeated Dain. Her political moderation is seen as a sign of weakness among her critics. Ike, the young hero who led Crimea to victory in the Mad King's War, was granted a peerage for his heroism and bravery. The elevation of a common mercenary to the nobility, however, widened the rift between the aristocracy and the queen yet further. Perhaps to avoid becoming mired in these power struggles, Ike renounced his peerage and took his leave.
You know, where were these guys? These stupid-ass aristocrats during Path of Radiance.
They're really important Bagnian senators, I think.
The queen's every decision.
I thought they were from Crimea. They're in the Crimean royal court.
But they're wearing the Bagnian royal hats.
That's true.
Thanks, Alicia. Alright. Oh, sorry. Prologue on drifting clouds. We're gonna drift on the clouds.
I'm on a cloud.
Alicia, you suck. It's like, fuck you guys. I'm gonna go ride my Pegasus now. Up in the skies. Is it a bird? Is it a plane? No, it's nestling.
I'm so high.
So yeah, this map, aesthetics-wise, is actually one of my favorite maps in all of Fire Emblem. It's not fun to play on, and I'm pretty happy that it's like just a one gimmick.
Yeah, imagine if it was like Revelation and it was like a bunch of moving forest instead on plain ground. You'd be like, oh my god, this chapter is terrible.
If this was so Revelation, the skies would have had teleporters in them that randomly teleported your units to various clouds, and the clouds would have had random movement patterns, everything, and they would go like, look at this gimmick, guys, isn't it fun?
At least the unit balance is kind of like Revelation.
That's true. All over the place. So, I do like this map, though. It's a really creative concept, like a fight in the clouds. That's really cool. You can even take cover in the clouds to get some avoidance and defense. Though be wary, the clouds move every turn, one space to the left, so you gotta be a little bit careful about that. This map actually brings back a mechanic from your favorite game, Mecha. People want to capture this cute little heron right here.
Oh, right. The capture mechanic. Yeah, actually, you can actually use her as capture bait. Unfortunately, though, unlike in Thracia, when she gets captured and then released, you cannot, like, her turn doesn't... she's great. You cannot move her, so it's worse than in Thracia.
Yeah, so you ideally want to try to keep Leanne away from the enemies so that she can dance every turn. If they capture her, they'll go and yoink her up, and they'll attempt to, like, run off the edge, and if they do that, it's a game over.
Don't kids say, like, yeet or something these days?
Yeet?
I don't know, it's like a fad.
Yeet? Yas?
Yeet.
Yeet? I don't know, man. I'm getting old.
I'm getting old too.
I can't keep up with these Fortnite memes. But yeah, I like this map. Aesthetically, it's really cool. And we get a bunch of new units. So which one should we do first, Mecha?
Let's just get the worst one out of the way first.
I'm old!
Every line. I'm old, and I'm also fast for my age.
Very fast! Not compared to his Path of Radiance stats, though. Those things are insane. But yeah, Neolucia! So, before we talk about Neolucia, I'm going to talk about the Mr. N strategy that he talked about, that I said I was going to do. But it turns out this strategy didn't really work well. So Mr. N proposed you untransform Neolucia, you put him in a cloud, and you just let him eat a bunch of attacks. He's fast enough to avoid most attacks, and Mr. Antonin said he'd also be fast enough to double on hard mode, but that actually turns out not to be the case, because most of these Wyverns have 15 speed. So he can't double them, even when transformed. If he gets like 1 speed level up, he can, but that's not going to happen in this chapter. The idea is to get Neolucia's strike rank up to SS, and that will give him like 30... I know, right?
I'm laughing because of an unrelated reason related to SS, but go on.
I know. So that'll get his attack up to 37, which will make him a lot better, but honestly, it's not really any point in doing this. You can just have him fight normally and probably get to S rank, so yeah. It turned out not to be very reliable. Also, on hard mode, I'm not sure if this is like a hard mode thing, but maybe they have normal access on normal mode, but on hard mode, a lot of these guys have hand access. Like a majority of them actually have hand access. So this means that it's very difficult for Neolucia to get strike rank. He doesn't double them in return, and he just gets picked off at 2 range. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe someone in the comment section can tell me how to do this properly. I didn't figure out a way to do it, though.
I just want to say that to get into SS, he needs 150 weapon EXP, which is pretty hard to get when you're only around here for 8 turns, and you're just attacking 8 times per turn, I guess? I don't think that's like possible to get to SS. Maybe S rank would be possible, but I think even on normal mode, you wouldn't be able to get to SS with just an untransformed Neolucia. Also, yeah, I think you can get him to S rank. Maybe not here, but combined with his other chapter in part 2, or his other chapters, you could maybe get him to S rank, just fighting transform. But you'd have to like prioritize him a lot and use like a lot of the Goose Stones. I don't know if you like want to do that kind of thing, because
not really.
I like Goose Stones for later in part 3.
Can you theoretically give the Lagoose Stone over to Leanne?
Yeah, it's just that Leanne doesn't really get anything out of it. She just transforms, and then she still vigors the same amount of people. So
yeah,
she applies like one more move or something. It's stupid.
Right. Anyway, let's talk about Old Man. So Neolucia over here, he's sort of like, this gonna trigger Mecha to fucking hell and beyond, but he's sort of like your Jagan, this arc.
How?
He's like a good unit that's available only at the start.
But Jagan is available all game.
He's like a semi-available mini Jagan. It's like a proto-Jagan. I'm just making up new archetypes.
It's more like, if you want to compare it to anyone, it's probably best to compare it to like Avel, but even that doesn't make sense, because Avel's like by far your best.
He's an Avel! Perfect!
No, it's not perfect, because like he's not even that much better than everyone else. Like Avel is like a god. He can't die, literally. Neolucia is like, okay, not great.
He's really fast. 36 speed is enough to double most enemies in Act 2. He's also decently strong. I mean, 20 strength. He's got 27 attacks. He can't one-round the Wyverns here, but he can, like, take away half their health. He also has Wrath, which is kind of interesting. So if he gets knocked down to low health, he crits a lot. He's around here in Part 2 just to make the start a little bit easier. When does he come back? I think it's in Part 4?
Yeah, he's around for this chapter, then 2-2, and then 2-final. And then leaves until part 4 for no reason.
Yeah, and when he comes back, it's not easy to get this guy a spot on your team. Like, I mean, if you really want to, you can make something out of him, but his growth rates are really shit. And he's just not a really good unit for when he comes back. I'll use him for what he's worth in this chapter and the next. He's sort of there to help things out. Then he sort of becomes irrelevant. I think that's very much his design. I don't think this guy was really intended to be used in the endgame. Got a bone support with Liana and Aysala. I just rate him like... I would rate him like maybe 3 out of 5 stars for his early game utility, but overall I'd say he's like a 2-star unit. What do you got to say about Nestling?
Oh, he's old.
I'm old!
He can one-turn the final chapter of this part if you set it up properly. That's pretty interesting. It takes like a buttload of work, but you can do it. What else can he do? Well, he's fast, he doubles things, they don't die generally. He can't see anything in Fog of War. He sees like one tile in front of him.
Oh, that's right, because ravens have no night vision or something, isn't
I
it?
think so. I'd like to think that it's because he's old.
I think Hawks are the same, aren't they?
Yeah. I like how he uses up a Lagoon Stone in the cutscene here, so you only have to use it.
Oh my god, I just noticed. Holy shit, that's annoying.
He hogs a Lagoon Stone. Like, it's canon. Yeah, he's fast, and other than that, pretty much sucks and is very unavailable. 2 out of 5. But he's, he's very hard to hit, and he's very bulky in part 2. He is a pretty, like, solid unit. He's good, but not amazing or anything. And then he becomes unavailable, and then when he comes back, it's bad. So 2 stars. It's fun to use units like Alicia for a little bit because it lets the game designers like play around with a lot of different design philosophies. Like they just keep changing your team over and over, so they can keep trying like new compositions and new combinations of the unit without like a unit being really overpowered, screwing you over all game long. Because you keep changing armies, so it's kind of fun to have units like Alicia who are just probably too strong to have around for almost all of part 2 or part 3, but you can still play with him for a little bit, which I think is kind of fun.
Never get old enough to play! Right.
Let's talk about a different unit.
Lian! So, Lian is the second Heron you get out of the 3. I'd say she's probably the worst of the 3 Herons. Because, as I said with Raphael, while Raphael can dance for 4 people all the time, and Raisin can dance for 1 and then 4 when he transforms, Lian can only ever dance for 2 units, both when she transforms and untransforms. She can fly though, and she's got Kanto, which is kind of nice, but I find that dancing for 4 units is a lot better than 2. And in the endgame, you usually have like Olivergrass and Lagoon Stones to give to Raisin anyway, which makes him pretty good.
Olivergrass, get out of here. Who puts Olivergrass on Raisin in endgame?
I don't know. Later on. So she may not be the best Heron, but she's certainly the best looking Heron. Yeah, I gotta comment on it. Leon's like my Path of Radiance wife. I really like her. She's adorable. Shabla, shabla. I like the way she speaks. I don't think she actually sounds like that, though. I just made that up in my head. So, yeah. I mean, she's a Heron. She dances for people. 5 stars. I know people get triggered when we rate all the Herons 5 stars, but, like, honestly, even having the ability to just make 2 units move again is just so good. Because it's like, 2 of your best units can take another turn. How can you not rate that 5 stars? I don't really know what else to say, really. Good unit.
Yeah, I mean, when you think about Lian, it's like better than Lalum and other like 1 target dancers. She's still really good. She also flies without having to transform and everything. That's pretty good. Unfortunately, she's not very available. She's only around in this chapter. It's basically the same availability as Naluchi, except 1 more part 3 chapter. Because for some reason, somewhere in part 3, Raisin just randomly leaves and you get Lian in the middle of the map. It's really weird, but you do. So that makes her like a little more available, which is okay. I don't know if I want to say 5 stars. I forgot what I gave Raphael. I'll probably give her roughly the same.
You wanted to give him 4 stars, but then you gave him 5.
Okay, I kind of want to do the same thing for Lian, to be honest. I'll give her 5 stars, even though like Radiant Dawn is just such a clusterfuck when it comes to rating units. There's just no way to be like completely satisfied with the way you rate units at Radiant Dawn. But there you go, 5 stars for Lian, because just dancing 2 people is great. It is kind of limited by the fact that they have to be like vertical or horizontal next to her. You can't do like a corner shape, like an L shape. So that kind of sucks sometimes. It makes positioning kind of annoying, especially in part 2 when you don't have many units with Kanto. But it's still just so good.
Yep, pretty much. Alright, let's talk about Alicia. So Alicia, she's pretty good in this game. Too bad she doesn't get her personal sword until the last chapter, though. I think she's only available in 2 chapters total in part 2, like the first one and the last one.
Yes.
And then she doesn't come back until part 4.
Yep.
Her bases are ridiculously good, but the queen class that she is actually a 3rd tier class. This sort of makes Alicia a little bit hard to use in the endgame, because while her growths are decent, she doesn't have much potential to grow because she only has 19 levels to grow.
Come on, she caps everything. Get out of here.
She does?
I don't know about, like, she has 19 levels still. It's a lot. She is fine. Don't worry.
Well, I didn't find her very good in the endgame at any rate, because, I don't know, I feel like when she joins in part 4, there are other units that are better than her, but she's a viable staff bot, I guess. Is she forced in a tower? I can't remember.
No.
No, she's not.
She's not.
But for this part, I mean, they have the fucking audacity to put a fucking slim sword on her. So while her stats are really good for this part, she struggles dealing any meaningful damage to the Wyverns because, again, she has 21 attack due to having the worst sword in the game. If they gave her just like a fucking iron or steel sword, she would have been so much better in this part. But I think the point is to just have her play a supporting role. She can still heal, which is really nice. She does have the stun skill though, which gives her a chance to deal triple damage, which is still not enough to actually one-shot these Wyverns. That tells you about how shitty her damage output is. But it paralyzes them for one turn, which is sort of nice. And once she gets her personal weapon though, the Amiri, she can kill everything pretty much. Like I think the final boss of part 2, I think she can like one-round him quite easily if she proc stun, which is kind of funny. Because she's like, oh, you're such a weak ruler, and she just goes and fucking one-shots the guy. So yeah, I like Alicia. I rate her 2 out of 5 stars. I think she's a perfectly serviceable unit.
3?
3 stars, yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
Her turn.
Yeah, Alicia's like widely different depending on what chapter you're talking about. Like this chapter, she's pretty much a staff bot that can kind of defend herself and like tickle enemies with her slim sword with like no damage, which is kind of funny. But at least in normal mode, it gives her weapon triangle, which is kind of cool. And like end game of part 2, she like gets the Amiri. She gets +3 defense, +3 resistance, and an amazing offense boost that like it hits 4 times. And Amiri in Path of Radiance, it was like super weak. It had like 6 might or something returned like that.
Yeah.
But then in this game, it has like 12 or something. It's insane. It's like a super good brave sword that also gives you like a lot of chances to proc stun and gives the defense boost like I just talked about. It's just really good. And my phone just gave me an alert, but I don't care.
Fire Emblem, heroes!
Yeah, you haven't played
Your
for a while. What are you doing, Mecha?
Your stamina's been restored.
Yeah, so endgame she's really good, and then she disappears until part 4. When she comes back in part 4, her stats are kind of low for that point in the game, because as you can see, these bases are like maybe on par with like the Gruul mercenaries at the start of part 3, but by that time it's like the end of part 3, beginning of part 4, so that's like very underleveled, but there's like plenty of bonus experience at that point to get her up, at least in normal mode. Not sure how your bonus experience is going to look in hard mode, especially when you're planning on raising choke units, I'm sure. So it might be hard to get her up to par, but I will say, like, her potential, like, if you want to talk about the number of levels she could potentially get, she's totally fine. On average, she caps strength at level 20. She gets like 30 skill, which is not nearly her cap, but it's still good enough. She caps speed at 35. She caps her luck at 40. And with the Amiri taken into account, she has like 25 defense and 33 res. I think that's like a perfectly serviceable unit for endgame. If you're talking about potential, like I'm not saying she's always going to make it to level 20, but if she does, she's as good as any unit you get in like tier 1 or tier 2. I don't think the tier 2 class is really hurting her. It does hurt her XP gain for this part of the game, because you can't really give her like experience by killing enemies, but she can still heal and everything to get XP. You get a Min staff now, you get a physics staff later. She can get quite a bit of experience with that, so I think that's actually pretty good. I like Alicia a lot. It's just she's not around a whole lot, and for that reason, I'm sort of torn between 3 and 4 stars. And as I said, Radiant Dawn ratings are just so hard to do, but I will go with 3 stars as well.
Right.
I think she's good, but she's not around enough for me to justify 4 stars.
Okay.
But she's very, very good. Also, she flies.
Yep.
Flying is great.
Yeah, and she's got great staff rank, which is kind of nice.
Yeah.
Enter first unit that we get that actually has transfer bonuses. Marsha.
Ooh.
So, Marsha in our Path of Radiance playthrough, she kept skill and she kept defense. And she also got a better weapon rank. Now, I thought that her sword rank would actually be passed down, but it turns out it's actually only her lance rank that gets passed down. So, while Marsha usually has B rank in lances, our Marsha has S rank in lances, which is nice, I guess. I mean, it's a nice little bonus. And +2 skill and +2 defense, well, it's gonna help her a little bit. Too bad she didn't, like, get strength or speed. That would have been really good on this map. I think, actually, with a strength transfer, she would have one-rounded, or did... I'm not sure if we would have one-rounded, but she certainly would have dealt a lot more damage. I think she, like, would have two-rounded these guys. I'm sure I did the calculations, and I found out that the strength transfer would have been really good. But that's really hard for her to get in Path of Radiance. But still, the +2 skill and the +2 defense, it's certainly going to come in handy here. It's going to make her a little bit more beefy, take a couple more hits from the Wyvern, so that's nice. I will say that on hard mode, it's actually kind of nice that the weapon triangle's removed, because Marsha's lance blocked and all of these Wyverns have access. That actually ends up helping her a little bit, which is kind of funny. Marsha, though, her availability is not great, as with most units that are from Part 2, but I still think she's a really good unit. I mean, she's a good Pegasus Knight, she has good potential, her growths are pretty decent. A little bit low of a strength growth of 30%. That's kind of iffy for Radiant Dawn, but then again, you got that bonus experience, which you can use to patch up these things once she caps skill and speed, which she does pretty early on. Her defense is also actually really close from capping, but She only has a 35% growth in the stat. I think her cap is like 21 or 22. So theoretically, because of her transfer bonuses, it could be actually a little bit easier for us to do that, and then we could give her bonus experience to give her strength, which would be a nice thing to do if we want to use Marsha long term, which, you know, we may or may not want to do, not sure. But I think she's a pretty good unit. I've given her 4 stars. Maybe 3 stars without the transfers, but with the extra transfers, I think she's a 4-star unit for sure.
I'm not sure what to rate Marsha. The problem with all these part 2 units is that they're around for here, and then a lot of them just kind of bugger off and go somewhere else without ever being around again until late part 3. And the only thing about Marsha is there's a lot of units that you can get back in part 3 from part 2, but Marsha is the only one out of them that joins after battle preps in the final chapter of this game, or this part. That's what the word I was looking for, part. So what it means is you cannot give her all of the ridiculous amount of bonus experience that you get in part 2. And that means that she can't take advantage of that the way that someone like Nefany or Haar could, and I think that really hurts her, because if she couldn't have gotten all that bonus experience before going into part 3, it would be really good. Then again, I guess if you really wanted to give it to Marsha, you could just do it in her one part 3 chapter that she's around in, the like 3-9, the one with Joffrey's knights and everything. That could still work, I guess, but it still kind of hurts her, I think, because someone like Nefany, for example, she could take all that bonus experience in the final of part 2, then go into part 3, join pretty early, and make use of it. Marsha just isn't around very much, and like you said, her strength is also kind of garbage in this game. She's not nearly as good as in Path of Radiance. Thinking about it, I know that like really fast playthroughs can sometimes kind of make use of Marsha, but I haven't really ever seen it in action. I'm not really convinced it's worth of more than 3 stars. So I'm gonna go with 3 for now. Maybe she'll prove me wrong, but I'm open to being proven wrong. But for now, I'm gonna say 3 stars because she's not around a whole lot.
Okay, Ike.
Ike?
That's what she said when she recruits.
Oh right.
It's a joke. So usually on this map, I like to start by attacking with Neolucci. And then I like to position Marsha in such a way that she takes out this guy.
Yeah, that's probably the best use of EXP, Marsha is. That's one thing she has going for her. It's like none of these other units really make good use of XP, besides the one that's joining up soon. It's like Alicia gains 3rd tier EXP and she can heal to get EXP. Alicia, not a good long-term investment, only gets like 1 EXP. Leanne can't fight, so who else are you going to feed kills to, like, other than Marsha?
Probably just Marsha, really.
Yeah, exactly.
What I think I want to do here is I think I would like to get
Leanne out of the way.
Yeah, that's exactly
so
what I'm
just rescue drop her.
Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna rescue drop her, but I would like to do it in such a way that Marsha can still fight some of these guys. So I think
you're gonna have to count squares then.
Yeah, I know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm gonna put her here, and then I'm gonna. I think this works. I'm gonna put her here. No way. This is really annoying because Neolucci can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I'm actually gonna have to go here. This is really annoying because I want to drop her this turn, or else there's no point in doing this.
Sure.
There we go. And then let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So yeah, I'm gonna have to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ah, fucking hell. Oh, yeah, like this.
Yeah, that's fine. You drop it to the left.
There we go.
I think that works as long as they have 8 move and not 9, you know. These are all promoted enemies.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, the cloud just blocked them. I think that's fine. Because, yeah, units actually spend 2 movement points going through clouds for some reason.
Yeah. The only terrain, I think, ever that, like... Well, besides, like, FE4's no fly zones, but the only terrain that ever, like, blocks flyers and gives them bonuses.
Yeah, it's really weird. Yeah, I didn't think about that. Flyers actually get bonuses from the clouds. That's kind of funny. I didn't.
Also,
think
can we
about
appreciate
that.
like part 2 music?
Oh yeah, part 2 music. Woohoo! It's amazing. So I think, how can we position Marsha in such a way that Leanne? Let's see, 1, 2, 3. What's her movement like? Oh, I can just check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we'll place her here, and then we'll do this with Alicia. Granted, I think we can probably kill both of those guys, can't we?
No, because Alicia and Marsha both kill half of them, and Alicia does like no damage.
She does some damage.
Oh wait, maybe she can finish that one. Nope.
If she procs stun, maybe.
Come on, you're not doing that. Hey, it's your answer, not mine.
Fuck!
Oh no, my luck strat didn't work out. What do I do?
You know what? I
Cover-
might still...
Cover Leanne somehow, I think.
Nah, I don't
Maybe
think there's
not.
any way for me to do that. I mean...
Capture bait it is.
I mean, does it... I could just drop her off, I guess. 2, 3,
It doesn't
4,
matter a
5,
whole
6,
lot.
7, 8. Yeah, it's like one turn where I don't get the dance. I guess this is fine. Yeah, this is fine. Maybe Alicia crits. Never know.
He has very low crit rate.
Not if he
Very
gets in
low.
Wrath range. Wait, I might actually be able to still do something here. Because there's a cloud. Yeah, look at this. This might actually be enough.
Yeah, I told you, you could maybe cover her.
Yeah, look at that.
Why didn't he attack Leanne? Why did he go for Alicia?
No! I mean, I don't think they ever attack Leanne.
Oh, right, they just want to capture her.
They just want to
keep
capture
her
her.
alive, yeah.
Yeah, they want to sell her to the slave market. Because slavery's fun. Here we go.
Oh, aggressive Marsha.
She's very aggressive. There we
I think
go.
she calls them like sky monkeys or something.
It's really funny, actually. Sky monkeys. I think if I position her in this cloud, she can probably do pretty decently
Oh
against
god,
these.
you're luring the boss with Marsha. Get out of here. It's just so bad.
Why?
The boss is strong, remember?
Is he that strong?
Oh, go ahead and try.
Let's see. Oh, yeah.
37
Oh,
attack.
right. He actually has 2 leadership stars. Wait, Alicia? How many leaderships does Alicia have? Wait, what the hell? She has 3?
Yeah, I actually forgot they worked in this chapter. I do remember they worked in Endgame.
Huh. I guess they do. Fuck it, I want to do this.
God. Come on, we're gonna be late for tomorrow at this rate because you're gonna have to reset because your Marsha's
Wait.
gonna die.
Does clouds move at the start of the enemy turn?
I think it's at the end of any turn. Otherwise, it would be like very unfair to like put you in a cloud and then the cloud just moves, right?
I
It'd be
think
pretty
that's
unfair.
exactly what happens, isn't it?
Okay, well, you probably know better than me. I don't play this chapter very often.
I think so.
Also, I just want to say that Haar is going to come in from the upper left and you just put Marsha all out of the way.
Oh shit! Right.
So,
Can't you
have fun
actually?
with the green units?
Can't you actually miss him?
You can if you don't talk to him at all.
Yeah.
Well, getting lucky. What else is new?
Hey, that was a good strategy putting him in putting like her in the clouds like
The
that.
worst place for Marsha to be ever. And that includes that time where she almost died in Path of Radiance. In fact, she did die at that point. You just reset.
I think if I just run away, we'll be fine. They won't continue to pursue us, will they?
You went through a cloud though. Right. Of course they will, as long as you're in range. They might have like grouped AI. I know at some point they start moving, and you might have procced that by going in their range. They're gonna
Maybe.
surround you if they come closer, I think. But Haar's gonna come in. It's gonna be fine.
Oh shit!
Bye.
No!
He's too old to keep fighting like that, man.
I'll
You
just-
can dance for him and then retransform.
No, I don't want to
Or
use a
not.
Lagoostone.
Well, he's gonna get wrecked by the boss now.
No, he's not. He's super fast. You really underestimate Nillich's like defenses. He's really good.
Okay, but there's like a ton of enemies around. He's not on the cloud.
You underestimate the old man.
I think you're just relying on dodges here.
He doesn't like. You'd be surprised. He's got a lot of fucking dodge. Like, look at this.
Alright.
Oh shit.
Alright.
That was the boss,
Alright.
right?
Yeah, that was the boss.
Look at that! Look at that! Look at that! Look at how fucking dodgy this guy is.
It's probably gonna be ready to transform again.
Yeah, it's great.
God damn it. Why are you so lucky? You're so lucky. You're so lucky.
No. Aw.
Ambushed. Well,
Wow.
Marsha is like one tile short, I think.
Oh boy. Yeah, that's annoying.
I'm old.
I'm tempted to like Wrath. If I
much-
shift, can I shift and check damage without spending my turn?
No,
You cannot. Okay.
no. You're gonna have
He's
to.
Just
Just check how much damage do these guys do. I think like one more hit on him would have killed him.
Oh, for
easily.
sure, for sure.
Like, yeah, so look.
I think I'm just gonna use
Hey,
Leanne to dance for
Hey,
Marsha.
please, I need to know. Okay, check the odds of them hitting him, like them hitting the Lucci, like one of the
He
generic
has
dudes.
75 avoid, so like 25. He has
Yeah, more like 30, but yeah.
normal, yeah. Classic Manx luck.
Get
Alright,
out of here.
I think we're just gonna go talk to Papa Haar. There we go. I think, okay, so how close does she need to be? 1, 2, just one more, but I'd ideally like to have Lian out of range of these guys.
Yeah, Leon's gonna get wrecked by a couple of clouds, I think. At least one.
No, she can fly through, can't she?
I mean, she
Once
can
she-
fly through, but she's gonna reach, but like, she's not gonna have much to Kento. Just saying.
Oh, right. No, but it's fine. They can't catch up to her that easily, I think. If we do this,
Shall see. Also, if you're fighting the boss with Haar, you absolutely have to show the battle quote, because it's amazing.
of course. So I'm gonna definitely heal up Neolucci so he doesn't die.
Mareth, no!
Marath. Oh, okay. I mean, I could maybe dance for Neolucci instead. That might be better. Don't you think?
Luchi might be old, but he appreciates dancing.
He does. I think I will do that. Yeah. Then we'll go and dance.
Why didn't you kill one of these guys by like shifting and then canceling?
Oh fuck! I forget he has Kanto.
Good old. King. Dog.
There you go. Hey, look who's here! It's Haar.
Good.
Just what we
Ooh.
needed. Just what we needed.
Best unit in the game. Okay, sure.
Okay, cool.
Take it.
All right. I forgot we had another guy to talk about. Holy shit! It's
Yeah.
gonna be a long episode.
Forgot about this guy. Damn. What kind of Radiant Dawn player are you?
Yeah, you can go first on this one since he's like your waifu.
Come on. Not every good unit is my wife.
Seems that way.
Oh, I love Haar so much. He is so freaking strong. He's so strong. He's like, I think he's the easiest unit to use ever in Fire Emblem, probably, because he's just an invincible flyer. You can't really go wrong with that. He's like lady level strong. It's so stupid. He's got a lot of HP. His HP growth is like garbage, but his HP base is super good. So whatever. 46 is bulky. 23 defense is also super tanky. What else is good about him? Strength is really high. Uses axes, best weapon type. Again, wyverns are weak to thunder magic, not bows, so he doesn't care about crossbows and any of that jazz. He has cancel, which doesn't matter. His res is kind of bad, but like res is like if you're gonna pick a bad stat for yourself, you might as well pick resistance because you can patch it up with pure water if you really need more of it. And you can also just avoid mages. Haar can even like kill him with the brave axe or just one-hit KO them at some points in easier difficulties. It's so stupid how easy it is to get around Haar's weaknesses. His only other problem is like speed a little bit. He has some doubling issues, but they are so easy to fix with like just one pair of speed wings or bonus experience. He caps some stats in tier 2 just in time to get a little bit of speed, if I remember correctly. And then in tier 3 you can also bonus experience for speed fairly easily, I think. So pretty easy to patch up. He's not that far below doubling speed where this is not the duel. This is not Aaron we're talking about. This is not Boyd. This is Haar. Haar is pretty fine speed-wise if you just give him the right resources. And speaking of resources, I talked about that bonus experience dump with Marsha. Haar is one of the units that can take advantage of it in the final chapter. So you get like the 2-3 gives you like tons and tons and tons of bonus experience, like 50,000 or something stupid like that. Maybe
Yeah,
not
if you
that,
keep the
maybe
green
like
units
5.
alive.
Yeah, if you keep it's like if you don't kill enemies, you get more bonus experience in that one, and it's fairly easy to finish with like. I don't remember the exact number, but it's a lot. It's enough to get him like to like 3rd tier, and it's so good when you do that. He ggets like he goes to 3rd tier. He gets an extra point of movement. He can fit 2 really good skills. He can use like a combination of like celerity, savior. What's the 3rd one? Pass, also really good on him. He can just use any skill combination you want. It's really broken. He can use resolve as well. So ridiculously powerful. This is easily one of the best units ever made. He's so strong. Like you can't really tell that this guy died in Path of Radiance. He came out pretty good. He's pretty good. He's pretty goddamn good. And he's got an eye patch. Everyone loves the eye patch.
Right.
Yeah, 5 stars. 6 stars if I could.
6 stars. All right. Yeah, I don't really have anything else to add. I pretty much agree with everything you say. Although his speed growth is really low, so 3 stars.
Okay.
I wonder how broken Haar would be if you gave him some good transfers. Like, you could literally have him join with capped skill. Would be pretty funny. And capped defense too, I think.
You can't really get much from transfers if I remember correctly.
Nah, his growths are too low in Path of Radiance, but if you give him stat boosters, maybe. So yeah, nice, really good 5 stars. I agree with everything you say. I don't think there's any need to stroke Haar's stick anymore.
Yeah, I think his luck is so kind of low, and that way he can get crit by Thunder Mages sometimes. That can be a pain in the butt, but again, you get like Fortune or Nullify if you want, which negates both of those issues.
Yeah.
So just so many ways to get around his problems, and his strengths are just immense.
Haar?
Haar trash talks every boss. It's great.
Haar. Right. All right.
Also, he has like a 7% chance to cap strength in Path of Radiance, and that's it. Everything else is at 0% according to SF.
Wow.
Wow.
Hmm.
I'm old.
I think I should rescue Leon or attack.
I wouldn't bother attacking. You're gonna kill this guy with Haar anyway.
Oh.
Yeah, I said I wouldn't bother.
Oh, I said I would attack. Oh, selecting. Oh no.
No.
My waifu.
What if you escaped them? I think you get in the game over if they like escape with her.
Yeah, I think so too.
Oh well.
There you go. Oh well. Guess this
Kill.
easy kill. There you go. Yeah. I'm kind of sad they don't fall down. Like, be kind of.
I mean,
funny.
what if you just fell down really fast? The animation was supposed to represent it.
That would be kind of fun. I wouldn't mind that. Then I think what we can do is we can just like surround Leanne.
I like how you have like 2 or 3 turns left to do absolutely nothing.
Oh, does it just end? Like,
No,
or
it doesn't end.
we just have to like sit around.
You sit around in the skies doing nothing.
That's funny. Just wow, nice stun.
That's crit.
I actually didn't need to do that because it's just a crit. I thought it was a stun. All right.
It would be funny
Oh,
if
there's
it
a
was
guy
paralyzed.
there too. Yeah, paralyzed can be nice when it procs actually because it lasts for a full turn, which is really nice. All right.
Okay, but you're still gonna kill the guy next turn anyways. Not that big of an impact, but yeah,
Both of the stats she capped, or both of the stats she's got transfers from, which is kind of
Hey.
funny.
I don't know what this is. Like healing?
Can we just appreciate how it doesn't heal every single unit like it did in Path of Radiance and takes like for fucking ever? Jesus
What did it?
Christ.
What did it do? I forgot what it did. Like whatever just happened right now.
It's just a heal.
Oh, like HP?
Yeah, or either that or it's like a status restore.
But it didn't have like a status condition, and only showed it the animation
I
to you.
think,
So
it's just called, Blessing.
Yeah.
So she heals for like 3. Yay.
yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah, alright. Everyone
Cool.
having fun?
Yay! Player phase. Hey,
Alright.
let's do it again. Heal 3. Rats.
This is actually really annoying.
Move out of the way then.
I will. I mean, I might as well dance with her to get experience, although it's not gonna matter.
I mean, if you had done this like the previous turns, you could have healed like many more times with Valencia
I could have.
and gotten more XP.
That would have been nice. Yeah.
Dragon
you're-
hackers.
Marsha, you didn't do it. Actually, you did. You did sort of do a lot. Hard did most of the job, though.
Wow.
There you go. I'm old. Nice. Clear bonus.
Wow.
So, Mecha, do you want to know something fun?
Yes.
There is an MVP in this game.
Oh.
You just have to go into the base and press, like, archives and show.
Oh.
This means that we can guess the MVP. However, since it's in the base, that sort of means we have to do it at the start of the next part, which means you have to remember how the last part
Also,
went.
you don't get the base until 2-3.
Yeah, so it only works in the base, but in the base you can check the MVP of the previous
So
chapter.
are we just gonna guess MVPs for like 25 minutes at the start of 2-3?
Yes.
I'm up for it.
I don't know if you can see all the MVPs. I think you can at least see it in, like...
Is that like the whole point of the archive, that you can like look through
I
history?
don't know. Maybe you can just see the previous one.
I
haven't
think I've
checked.
seen it. I think I've seen it before. I
Right.
think it goes like all chapters.
That's funny, then. We can do, like, a huge MVP roulette. And just, like,
Because 2-3 is not long enough, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Not like it's chapter with like 25,000 player NPC and enemy phases that last forever.
Speaking of long enough, though, T-Barn's probably wondering where we are, so what should
Yeah.
we do, Mecha?
Like, subscribe, recruit T-Barn.
Yeah, bye.
Bye.